Yes, Joe, everybody can hear you.
Asked that I read a statement that he has prepared. He is unable to be at the meeting. And this is referenced an agenda item 6.g.
Okay, so Joe, you're part of the public meeting. We're getting ready to start. Leila will open up public comments at the appropriate time, and you can speak up then.
When you're called.
When you're called.
This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. Would you all please rise for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Evans.
Here.
Committeeman Montgomery.
Present.
Committeeman Dick.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Torty. Here. Mayor Gilmore.
Here. Minutes. I need a motion and a second.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery.
Yes.
Mrs. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Dick.
Yes.
Mrs. Torty.
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore.
Yes. Reports. Sergeant Antonucci, would you like to come up?
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
I just want to, with the fall and it's getting dark earlier, there's a lot of deer running around. We've had a lot of deer crashes, so be careful at night when you're driving. I just want to also bring up Trooper Bowman has been active with the community policing in town and is working with the Burlington County Prosecutor's Office to implement the ARRIVE program. ARRIVE stands for Alternative Responses to Reduce Instances of Violence and Escalation. In short, it pairs law enforcement with mental health professionals at scenes requiring such intervention. The 4 goals of the ARRIVE program, per the Attorney General's website, are: ARRIVE is leading to safer outcomes for our most vulnerable residents. Having a mental health specialist rather than an officer address behavioral health concerns is keeping residents safe. Specifically, the involvement of an ARRIVE team leads to fewer arrests, fewer uses of force, fewer injuries, and eliminates racial disparities with respect to outcome. Second, ARRIVE is increasing the utilization of mental health resources. Traditionally, an officer interacting with an individual in crisis would either call a screener and wait for them to arrive on scene, or consistent with law, make the decision themselves to transport the individual voluntarily or involuntarily to the hospital. Under our co-response and close follow-up model, screeners are on scene from beginning or near the beginning of the response, saving the officer wait time, bringing appropriate medical assistance faster, and preventing situations from escalating. The third is ARRIVE keeps residents in the community. According to the New Jersey Department of Human Services, about a third of individuals in crisis who are transported to the emergency room actually require hospitalization. Clinicians have the training and experience to determine when someone should be evaluated for hospitalization and when that individual is able to remain in the community, particularly when connected to services to meet their needs. Finally, ARRIVE is improving trust between law enforcement and community. ARRIVE is community informed and designed to fit the specific needs and resources of each community. ARRIVE improves the health and well-being of individuals with mental and behavioral health emergencies and eliminates stigma by connecting individuals to care and resources rather than the criminal justice system. We are in the process of scheduling a meeting with the Burlington County Prosecutor's Office and hope to have a meeting soon to discuss the program and begin its implementation. Troopers from Bordentown Station have attended several events. We were at the most recently Trunk or Treat, the first responder dinner, and we also, with the upcoming holiday season, it will be at the upcoming holiday season events. And thank you for inviting us, and it's always great to attend these events.
Well, we enjoy having you there.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Real quick, and it's a low priority item, which is why I didn't bother you with it, but since you're right in front of us. Over the last couple months, there's been a series of eggings in at least Creekview and Lakeside. I don't know if other places, I didn't want to make a big deal of it.
Okay.
But there's been 5 or 6 of them.
All right.
Including the sign.
Creekview.
Yeah, again, very low priority.
And Lakeside.
But I know of my neighbor's car, my front door.
Okay.
Mike Lontuck, what street do you live on? I'm sorry, I don't mean to call.
I'm on Sailor Court.
One of his, thank you. There was a house on Sailor Cart, their house, and there, so it's kind
Okay.
of spread out, and it's been since August. It wasn't a mischief, I think.
All right.
So, again, low priority.
I'll let our troopers know.
Perfect, yeah. Thank you.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, we have several reports to accept. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. All right, we are now open for comments from the public. This is with regards to agenda items only. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone in the audience that has a comment to make? Yes, ma'am. No, it's already. Someone's already coming.
Hold on. Okay.
Janice Ludden, 14 Heather Lane, and I'm speaking to express my objection to ordinance 2025-16, which grants an easement through Hainesport Creek Turn Park into the Rancocas Creek for the benefit of a private developer. First, I'm disappointed in the timing of this ordinance. Joint Land Use Board passed its resolution in September 2024, over a year ago. Bringing this forward only now, right after the election, feels politically motivated, and it risks political consequences going forward. And I'm also disappointed in the process. The easement first came before the Township Committee on April 9th, 2024, 18 months ago. 3 members voted to let the developer present plans relying on the easement to the Joint Land Use Board before any alternatives without the easement were evaluated. That early vote signaled to the developer that the easement would likely be granted, even though it was not yet approved. At the August 7th, 2024 Joint Land Use Board meeting, well over a year ago, the board approved a plan dependent on an easement. The Joint Land Use Board's job was not to determine if that plan was best for the residents of Hainesport, only if the site plan followed the township's ordinances and state laws. Approval was dependent on a condition which the Joint Land Use Board has no authority to grant. Their attorney, Mr. Kingsbury, stated, "It is a township issue whether or not an easement is granted or denied. It is not a land use board issue." So the Joint Land Use Board's approval was only conditional. As Mr. McKay clarified, the Township Committee's decision on the easement is independent, is not necessarily preordained by the vote here. That means that it is your decision as our elected representatives to determine what's best for Hainesport residents. Deferring to the Joint Land Use Board's conditional approval would be shirking that responsibility. Is allowing a private developer to maximize profit while cutting through a public park the best choice for our town? I don't believe so. The township gains little, if anything, from this easement while scarring part of a community park. Is this the best site plan for the good of Hainesport? And I don't believe so. It is, however, the one that crams in the most homes. A smaller project could manage stormwater on the site and avoid disturbing the park. At the Joint Land Use Board hearing, R&M's attorney said it was impossible to capture all the stormwater on site. That's only true because the current plan packs 41 units. Fewer units would reduce runoff and leave room for proper infiltration. In reading through the minutes, R&M's engineer made some misleading statements to the Joint Land Use Board. He claimed the DEP has, quote, reduced the amount of infiltration you're allowed to do. That's misleading, as the DEP still prioritizes infiltration whenever feasible and only allows discharge when it isn't. R&M even owns the adjacent and currently undeveloped property, Block 100, Lot 8.02, which could help meet stormwater requirements without using the park. And none of these units, to my knowledge, help us meet our affordable housing obligations, so the community gain is unclear. I've heard claims that in return for using the park, the developer would allow for a new road into the park coming off of Bancroft, and at this point, I think that idea deserves reevaluation. Since Big Rusty opened, the park sees hundreds of weekly visitors, mostly non-residents. Opening new access through Creekview, Lakeside, and this new development could introduce unwanted traffic into our residential areas. And another touted benefit is a trail, but the pipeline path has to stay clear of trees for maintenance, meaning this trail would just be in the shape of the pipe, primarily straight, and not a scenic woodland path. I am here hoping to persuade the committee as to why this pipeline should not run through the park. I would suggest that the real question needs to be addressed is what are the valid reasons as to why it should be permitted? How will this really benefit Hainesport residents? And does it justify possibly setting a precedent that our township public land or parks can be used for private gains? Thank you for allowing to share my concerns.
Thank you, Janice.
Thanks, Janice.
Yes, ma'am. State your name and address.
My name is Eva Klein. I live at 14 Newport Drive in Lakeside, Creekview. I don't have as much to say. It was a very good speech. But I just wanted to express my displeasure at this development and the easement, because the traffic study that was done in 2020 prior to Big Rusty being built and situated there. There's a lot of traffic coming in to Big Rusty. It's an attraction for our community. There's no need to create a road through Lakeside at Creekview. It's going to increase the traffic in our development, the traffic from the new 41 homes, the senior community. It's going to be really, really a nightmare. We don't need that. And I also agree that you should not be taking a beautiful public parks and having a precedent set by creating this going through there, and the tax money that will be used to upkeep this, which we don't need. We have a little area that's really pretty, it's really nice. It would be nice to have that without all of that congestion. We're original owners of the home, and we've been here a long time, and we would not look forward to having something like that in our area. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eva.
Anyone else?
I wanted to hand out something to everyone, if that's possible.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
I would like one as the administrator, thank you.
Thank you. John Kane, 10 Cove Court, Hainesport, New Jersey. I'm here tonight in opposition of the pipeline through Creek Turn Park. I have pride in Hainesport and only wish to make it better, but what is being proposed and voted on tonight will not make it better. First off, I and the people in this crowd want to know who gave permission to the developer to already mark off the 400-plus feet winding through Creek Turn Park that is going to be clear-cut for this pipeline. That is significantly longer than a football field. The impact on the park is unacceptable. I've been told the burden of onus to explain why this project shouldn't be done is on me instead of you, but I think it is quite the opposite. You should have to persuade this crowd why it is necessary to have this. I do not view a road entrance as an equivalent trade for this pipeline, especially when this developer already has acres of land behind his diner and are not being utilized for this project. So the developer is using public lands, destroying the park and the high bluff of the Rancocas Creek, and he gets to keep all the rest of his land for future development and profit. Make him use his own land. I had previously brought up the issues before. Was Creek Turn Park financed with either municipal open space funding and or county open space funding? If so, the use of property for a stormwater easement by a private developer may be in violation of the Municipal Open Space Tax Statute, NJSA 4012-15.9. If the land that is currently Creek Turn Park was not purchased using open space tax dollars from Hainesport residents, how was it paid for? What concession was given by the developer to avoid not violating the Municipal Open Space Tax Statute? I was told the open space tax issues I raise are not impediments to the township moving forward with negotiating, conveying an easement to facilitate the potential discharge of stormwater runoff from this proposed development. And even if the DEP and Green Acres is allowing the diversion, that doesn't make it right. I was told we received previous assurances from the DEP and Green Acres that the easement would not cause a diversion. That doesn't make it right. It is a diversion whether it's allowed or not. I was never given any reasons or details as to why these were all allowed. The vote will be to allow a diversion through Creek Turn Park. It is a diversion of township lands to be utilized by a private developer, land that should be preserved and protected. It's the people's land. Municipal ordinances, statutes, and DEP Green Acres rules exist to protect open space and natural areas which are already under threat. Just because a loophole or technicality allows this action doesn't mean it should be done or is in the public's best interest. The township appears to be circumventing established protections through timing and technicalities to the benefit of a private developer. That's not right. This is not just about legal definitions or permits. This is about allowing the destruction of part of Creek Turn Park, exposing the area to increased risk and maintenance burdens, unknown cost, and risk that will increase our tax burdens, ignoring the long-term consequences for the existing neighborhood and its residents. These municipal tax ordinances and statutes and DEP Green Acres rules are in place for a reason. They are there to protect open space, the diminishing nature we have, and the quality of our life. The township has figured out a way to bypass these ordinances, statutes, and rules. That doesn't make it right. The township will be allowing a private developer to destroy part of Creek Turn Park. Based on what is best being lost does not warrant getting a trail or a road. This park and the high bluffs of the southern branch of the Rancocas Creek are a true rarity and gem. These park lands are priceless. The stormwater system of this development could be redesigned to take advantage of the permeable soils and use infiltration, which is the preferred alternative to collect and dumping stormwater to the nearest waterway. Do you know why all those tax statutes, municipal statutes, Green Acre rules, and environmental laws are in place? Because this is something you just don't do. They are there to protect things that should not be destroyed. Green Acres did not do their job to protect us. The municipal tax statutes were bypassed and did not do their job to protect us. The New Jersey DP did not protect us. The developer only cares about one thing, profit. He does not care about the park land, and he does not care about the residents of Hainesport. So who does that? Who does that leave to protect Hainesport residents and the place where we live? The last and strongest line of defense, my local representatives. I beg you, please do the job you were elected for and represent Hainesport residents. Please protect me and the town I live in.
I need you to wrap it up. Your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joan.
Thank you,
I
John.
recognize Paula Yulin. You want to yield? Ma'am, she's yielding.
She's yielding.
Sandra Sooff, 48 Bancroft Lane, Hainesport, New Jersey. I'm here to object to the ordinance 2025-16 for the stormwater easement, both for environmental reasons and financial reasons and implications to the township. If you vote yes to this, the township would be allowing disturbance of significant wetlands on this township-owned land that is Block 100, Lot 10. It is considered a wetland, and New Jersey DEP classifies this lot as an exceptional resource value. It's also classified by NJDEP, this Block 100, Lot 10. It's a wetland mitigation bank service area. That means that if it's disturbed, payment must be made into a fund to offset the disturbance. Have you actually explored the cost of this disturbance to the township? Block 100, lots 9 and 10, as well as lot 8.03, where the housing development is proposed, contains 5 federally protected and endangered and threatened species, including the New Jersey endangered bog turtle. The stormwater pipe is proposed to dump into the south branch of the Rancocas Creek, which is a significant tidal waterway. That, together with the surrounding wetlands, are protected by New Jersey and the federal government. Runoff from this housing development will adversely affect the sensitive creek and surrounding wetlands. Is Hainesport Township willing to be responsible for this damage to wetlands and the tidal waterway? I would hope not. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paula Euland, 1215 Woodford Lane, Hainesport, a long-term member. Sure. I'm going to start over, Leland.
No problem.
Can you restart the time? Hi. Sorry, Leland.
That's okay.
I'm Paula Euland, resident of Hainesport, 1215 Woodford Lane, a member of Hainesport Township Environmental Commission. I think this is my 19th anniversary. I just want to remind everyone, HTEC is a volunteer organization. There's no benefits, there's no pay, there's nothing except for volunteer time. So I just want to know what everybody knows, what HTEC is. At the HTEC meeting on July 31, our committees reviewed the final development site plan for Longbridge Estate, Diamantis Senior Citizen Housing. During our meeting, we discussed the proposal to clear cut roughly 20 feet by 400-foot swath through Creekturn Park to put in a storm drain pipeline from the proposed development to the Rancocas Creek. In addition to reviewing the engineering plans, several HTEC members visited the proposed path of the pipeline from the edge of Creekturn Park to where it will end, where it entered the Rancocas. During our visit to the site, in the path of the pipeline, we observed pristine sections of previously undisturbed forest, an old grove of holly trees, a massive white oak tree, red cedar trees, a number of mature willow oak trees, which are estimated to be over 150 years old. The pipeline's path would cut directly through an approximately 40-foot coastal bluff that has existed there since the last ice age. Plans call for the removal of several mature trees from the top of the bluff, which are critical in holding standing soil there at a steep angle. They will be replaced by a system of chain link fences to hold up the sides of this enormous cut. From land, the view will be permanently ruined. Chain link fences. From the creek, what has been a world-class view of this large bluff overlooking a tidal estuary since our founders arrived, will resemble a mouth with a missing tooth. HTEC is strongly opposed to granting R&M Development LLC permission for the pipeline to go through Creekturn Park. Creekturn Park is a significant portion of Hainesport open space preservation. The pipeline endangers the opportunity to protect part of what makes this park valuable. In a 2017 letter from Reagan Design Group, assessment of property, there was a paragraph entitled Natural Environment, which describes the land as a surprising treasure. It goes on to say the site has remained a quiet haven for years. Topographically, the southern portion of the park is unique. Having a promontory over a dramatic bend in the river is very rare. Once upon the upland, the vegetation is hardwood forest with oak, chestnut, tulip poplar trees, and creating a rich and diverse habitat of flora and fauna. The pipeline will cut across and damage every aspect of the landscape described. Where the park borders the Rancocas, there's a significant elevation change. This is also where there's a scenic bend in the river. The proposed pipeline will require the removal of several trees now protecting the creek edge, and a large upper section of the existing 40-foot bluff will be removed permanently. In its place will be a concrete outfall structure covered with stone and chain link fencing to support the embankment and protect the pipe. From the water, there will be a view of a concrete head wall. From the position on the trail, the view over time, without the existing trees and vegetation, the sandy soil in place, we can experience major erosion in this cut. There's also a risk that any misjudgment in engineering could precipitate a collapse. Creating the path for the pipe will cut through several sections of previously undisturbed forest. In its path are many valuable trees which have been growing for longer than Hainesport has been incorporated. Creekturn Park has allowed Hainesport to preserve natural resources and a part of the environment in our town for the benefit of all our residents now and for a future generation. This belongs to all our residents, not just a few. We realize that denial of the stormwater pipe will require modification of the site proposal to meet the MS4 stormwater management regulations. This would ideally reduce the number of units so that the stormwater would be managed on the site, finding an alternative defacing the most dynamic portion of the park. Thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Deborah Playa, 50 Bancroft Lane. I actually have a copy of the letter that the last resident just referenced, and I'd like to hand it out. I have a copy for everyone.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The history of this letter is that it was requested by Paula Costco back in September, in or about September of 2017, when Hainesport was in the process of purchasing the Kleiner property. And what's interesting, in addition to calling it a surprising treasure and noting that it's been in existence since prehistoric times, in the conclusion of this letter, Reagan Design said, this parcel, we are at a loss to think of another parcel with this vast frontage, physiographic characteristics, geologic relevance, and ecological diversity, which remains without impact from residential or commercial development. We recommend the parcel be preserved as best as possible. And I'd just like to remind everyone that this was Hainesport's own professional who wrote this letter. The only other issues that I want to raise, I've raised it with the Township Committee before, but I just want to reiterate my concerns about maintenance. When I was reviewing this, I was reminded, I looked at the site plan that was prepared by Jack Gravelin, and I noted that in the site plan, he has on there a notation where the HOA is going to maintain the easement that's on the HOA common element, but there's no similar notation for the easement that's on public property. So it raises concerns in my mind as to who is going to maintain that property. And having been involved in cases where there are HOAs, or even just anybody who doesn't properly maintain their property, it's a huge exposure for Hainesport. Are 41 homeowners going to be able to afford the maintenance for this property? If there's a major accident, a catastrophic discharge into the Rancocas Creek, are they going to be able to pay for that? If there's an indemnification agreement, are they going, between Hainesport and the HOA, are they going to have the financial wherewithal to indemnify Hainesport? I've been involved in a case where the attorney's fees were more than $200,000. If we had lost that case, we would have had to pay the other side's HOA fees, attorney's fees. You could be looking at $400,000, $500,000 in attorney's fees, and I seriously doubt that an HOA comprised of 41 homeowners would be able to indemnify Hainesport would be able to pay that and or indemnify Hainesport if Hainesport had to pay for it. Hainesport, as the property owner, bears the ultimate responsibility, regardless of whether or not there's an HOA involved and whether or not there's an easement agreement. So I am extremely concerned about Hainesport's potential liability. I'm also concerned about Hainesport's exposure under the Clean Water Act. So for that reason, I object to this easement agreement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deborah.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the room with regards to anything on the agenda? Yes, Bob.
Good evening, Samantha Loveman, 2514 Creek Road. Hainesport Township should not allow the easement. It puts the community at risk while only benefiting a private developer. The proposed stormwater drain would cut through untouched woodland. It could cause erosion, habitat disruption, and long-term environmental harm. If the pipe fails or causes pollution, taxpayers, not the developer, will bear the cost. Not to mention, this would place an undue burden on the future residents of this community. At the heart, this is a case of privatizing profit and socializing loss. The developer gains financially by squeezing more houses onto the land, while the environmental damage, maintenance costs, and legal liabilities are handed to the people of Hainesport. Allowing this easement would set a dangerous precedent, opening the door to future developers to seek similar favors at the community's expense. Denying this easement isn't just a legal decision, it's a moral one to protect our land, our park, and our township from paying the price of private profit. Thank you.
I also have a little handout here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't need it. It's okay. I don't need it. Sorry, Bob.
Bob Mode, 202 Lumberton Road, Hainesport. I'm also objecting to ordinance 2025-16. Good evening, Mayor Gilmore, members of the committee. Tonight, we've heard residents speak to a number of reasons they oppose this proposed easement as it stands, from an environmental perspective to the ongoing legal questions and the use of public land for private monetization, just to name a few. Additionally, there are unresolved procedural questions. The Joint Land Use Board approved this easement in 2024, yet it is only now, over a year later, as has been mentioned previously, much better than I am, being brought before the Township Committee now. This unusual delay raises legitimate questions about transparency and due process. Why was this proposal not advanced in a timely manner? The timing, coming after the recent election, suggests an attempt to avoid public scrutiny or debate during the campaign season. Such procedural irregularities undermine the public trust in our local government. Finally, I must address the issue of political influence with concrete evidence. According to publicly available records from the New Jersey Election Law Enforcement Commission, the landowner seeking approval for this 41-unit development has been a consistent and generous donor to Mayor Gilmore's campaign and the local party, the local Republican Party, I should say. This established financial relationship raises concerns about whether decisions are being made in the public's interest or to benefit a private donor. The appearance, if not the reality, of a quid pro quo is deeply troubling and risks eroding community confidence in our elected officials. We know that the property can be developed without having an easement running through the public land, without the outflow into a tidal portion of Rancocas Creek, and without destroying untold trees and habitats by trimming the number of units to 29 and having a completely self-contained retention pond that would not require the easement or runoff into Rancocas Creek. In closing, I want to reiterate that your actions tonight will have lasting consequences. Approving the unpopular proposal may alienate current and future residents, particularly those in the new development who may find their neighborhood serving as the main public access point to Creek Turn Park. These residents and many others in our community will remember this vote when they go to the polls next November. I strongly urge each committee member to weigh public opinion and the long-term well-being of our township above private interests. Please vote in favor of protecting our public land and upholding transparent governance and preserving trust in your community. Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thanks, Bob.
Jennifer Kane, 10 Cove Court. I am also in opposition of this easement. My question is, why can't this development utilize their own lands for their private development? By the developer using their own land for this private development, that will eliminate the risk to Hainesport residents. There is risk, there's liability, there's financial burden, and by having the bulk of that pipeline being on that benefits only the private development by having that being on the public land is not beneficial to the Hainesport community. Not to mention the disruption that they have mentioned of the pristine lands that have remained undisturbed here for decades. There will need to be insurance, and there's going to be need maintenance, which, given that the bulk of that pipeline is on the public land, I would be surprised if any insurance company is going to provide that insurance to the private development. And even if they did, if something happens, Hainesport owns the land. It's going to default back to being Hainesport's risk and liability there. So how does that benefit the Hainesport residents to have to carry this burden that benefits, once again, only a private development, as well as setting a precedent that it's okay to use public land for a private development? I hope that in your hearts and minds, you truly put Hainesport residents first when you make this vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Anyone else in the room? Yes, Tish.
Joe is letting us know that he has his hand up.
Okay.
Okay.
By Rory.
Letitia Kelly, 525 Number 2 Road, Hainesport, New Jersey. As a member of the Environmental Commission, you have the paper that we had sent out in August, I believe it was in August of last year, against this proposed pipeline. There are many reasons that have been stated very well throughout the evening tonight. It is my position that you do not accept this pipeline for many reasons, some of them safety reasons, some of them just mostly environmental reasons, against disturbing land that has never been disturbed in my lifetime. And I've lived here a long time. So I would urge you to vote against allowing this pipeline to go through. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Tish.
Yes, sir.
Brian Schott, 114 Mason Woods Lane. I'm also here to go on the record in opposition to the proposed easement. I think there's a lot of maybe brighter minds in this room that have spoken to some of the environmental concerns, public land use concerns, some of the legal concerns. The thing that I want to talk about is the concern that I have with the process. And I just want to go on the record saying the process doesn't sit right with me, and I don't think it does with a lot of other people in this room. The last time I was here speaking before this committee, it was 4 years ago, and it was just about the same time of year, coincidentally enough. And that was in opposition to the affordable housing project that's now on Creek Road. I feel like the same thing is happening here that happened then, which is that right after an election, we see a controversial issue on an agenda before this committee. Maybe that's a coincidence. It doesn't feel like a coincidence to me. It feels like this committee has made a habit of waiting until after an election to hear the most controversial items, to hear the things that are going to see the type of public opposition that you see in this room tonight. So I just wanted to go on the record saying, in addition to all of the other things that have been mentioned here tonight about why this project is wrong, I wanted to add the process to the list of concerns here, because it doesn't feel right to me, and it feels like it flies in the face of transparency and good government. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Anyone else in the room? Seeing none, Mr. Shuli's online.
Thank you. Good evening, Joe Shuley, 3 Elsinore Drive. Bruce Levinson was unable to attend or call into the meeting tonight, so he asked that I read his comments regarding Agenda Item 6G, Ordinance 2025-16. The following are his comments. Quote, I saw Committeewoman Evans' Facebook post about the proposed 55 and over senior housing development, Block 100, lots 9 and 10 on the Hainesport Township map behind the Pandora Diner. In that post, it was suggested that Hainesport already has enough senior housing, and it was mentioned that New Jersey ranks 27th. Without context, that number is hard to interpret. It could mean almost anything. To better understand, I looked into planning benchmarks used by states and townships for senior housing. Here's what I found. State housing plans often set a target of 5 to 10% of total housing stock for senior housing. In areas with greater need, this can rise to 15%. Importantly, New Jersey does not mandate a specific percentage of 55 and over housing. Currently, Hainesport has only one dedicated senior housing development, The Glen, with 255 age-restricted homes. The proposed project would add about 40 more, bringing the total to 295 senior homes. These are the numbers with this development added. Total residences, 2,896. Senior residents, 295. Percentage of total residences would be 10.2%. This percentage falls squarely within the accepted planning benchmarks. And if you include the additional 50 homes from the Long Bridge development located at the end of Easton Way, the senior housing share would drop slightly below 10%. Conclusion: building this development would not create an excess of senior housing in Hainesport. In fact, it would align with planning standards and provide a positive fiscal impact. Additional benefits of senior housing: higher property tax revenue per unit compared to standard single-family homes, less strain on school and municipal services, greater net fiscal benefit per tax dollar collected, reduced traffic impact, and lower demand for recreation and public works services. Lastly, please note, there is a consistent demand for this type of housing across New Jersey. Thank you. Unquote. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Is there anyone else online?
There are several people online.
Anyone
If you'd like to
raising?
speak, please unmute and introduce yourself. No movement.
Nope. I will now close public comment. Ordinances 2025-10 to appropriate the sum of $600,000 in funding from the Capital Improvement Fund for the acquisition of a fire truck. This is the public hearing and adoption. I open for public hearing. Is there anyone in the room that wishes to speak? Anyone online? No. I need a motion and a second, please.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-11, amending Chapter 85 of the Code of the Township of Hainesport entitled Fire Prevention to create a position of fire services. Coordinator and establish the framework for the delegation of firefighting services and authorize an agreement with the Hainesport Volunteer Fire Company. This is the public hearing and adoption. Is there anyone in the room that wishes to speak? Online? I need a motion and a second, please.
Motion?
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-12, authorizing the acquisition and subsequent sale of Block 72, Lot 7, located on Marne Highway and Maryland Avenue. This is the first reading, and public hearing and adoption will be December the 9th. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Second?
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-13, repealing and replacing Chapter 127 of the Code entitled Peddling and Soliciting. This is the first reading. Public hearing and adoption will be December the 9th. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-14, amending Chapter 180 of the Code of the Township of Hainesport entitled Parking, to prohibit parking on a section of Oak Lane. This is the first reading. The public hearing and adoption will be December the 9th. I need a motion and a second.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-15, amending Chapter 104 of the Code entitled Land Use, to create a new zoning district to be known as AH2, and to include blocks 108, Lot 1, 1.01, 1.02, 3, 3.01, 4.03, 4.05, 4.06, also known as the Hicko property, and 2 adjacent lots. This is the first reading. The public hearing and adoption would be December the 9th. I need a motion and a second.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-16, granting the stormwater easement over sections of the property designated as Block 100, lots 9 and 10. This is the first reading. The public hearing and adoption would be December the 9th. I
I'd
need a
like-
motion and a second.
I'd like to make a motion to table this ordinance because it is based on an easement agreement that we have not yet seen and that we will not see until executive session. I do not think we should be asked to vote on an ordinance based on an agreement that we have not seen. I make that motion to table.
Do I have a second? Again, I ask for a motion and a second. Do I have a motion?
I am making the motion because the public hearing is next month on December 9th. And I move that, yes, we move forward with this for the public hearing on December 9th.
Do I have
So
a
if I
second?
can clarify, there's not a second to Anna's request to table this.
Correct, there was
There
no
is no-
The
second.
motion has died.
Yes,
So now you're presenting a motion
To introduce.
to introduce.
yes.
It's to introduce to have a public hearing, is what it is. So we're not approving anything.
No.
Correct.
We're just having the public hearing.
You're introducing the ordinance so that the public hearing can be conducted in December.
With answers to a lot of these questions and everything that we can
Yes, there's a
respond
lot
to.
of,
And then answers that candidly I'd like to get based on a number of this, and I'm sure other people as well, so to do more homework and then to do this,
And
so.
part of the exercise tonight during closed session is to review the draft agreement together collectively.
I think you guys have a lot of good questions, and the environmental issues, to me, are the most important. But there's also a lot of stuff out there that isn't quite accurate. I
Yeah.
don't think you're getting the
Do I
correct,
have a second?
yes.
You made the motion.
I will
made the
second, I will second that.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
No.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Consent resolutions, A to F. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Oh, sorry.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2025-159-11, amending the shared service agreement with Lumberton Township Emergency Services.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes. Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2025-160-11, authorizing fire service agreement with Hainesport Volunteer Fire Company. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2025-161-11, amending Resolution 2025-15-1, establishing an annual schedule of meetings. I need a motion and a second.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Time out. You
That's-
have to pick the date.
We have to pick that date?
29th or 30th.
Or the 30th. So it's presented to you with both dates so that you guys can.
Can discuss which one is
It's not
convenient
both.
for you.
Can't get closer, see what we get for
I
Christmas?
thought we were approving it, and then we had to decide that later.
No,
Okay.
you
No.
fill in the blank and then adopt.
Okay.
I can do either.
I can do the 30th.
What were the dates?
The 29th and the 30th.
What date was
The 29th would be
Day of
difficult
the
for
week.
me,
Oh,
if-
Tuesday.
unless,
Monday or Tuesday, got it.
Okay, the 30th is good for me.
Of this month?
December.
Tuesday.
29th is difficult for me. 30th is open.
it's a 3:30 meeting.
3:30. So it sounds like December 30th, Tuesday.
I prefer that. I have Mahjong on Monday.
So December 30th.
December 30th it is. Sold.
Now you can,
Now,
I made a
Is the
motion for
motion-
December 30th.
Motion.
To adopt still good with that date and
Yeah.
time? Who made the motion?
I don't remember.
And who made,
So
Mr.
moved.
Montgomery?
and who
That's good.
seconded
Who
it?
seconded it?
Mr. Dick?
Oh, yeah, I'm still good.
Still good?
Yeah.
All right, now you can call the roll.
Ms. Evans?
Oh, yes.
Ms. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Okay, we need approval of business licenses.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the business licenses for our town.
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Comments from the public. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. This can be on any subject. Yes, Deborah Ply, I think.
Good evening again, Deborah Playa, 50 Bancroft Lane. Am I allowed to respond to a comment that I heard someone make a few minutes ago online?
You're allowed to talk about anything.
I just wanted, the gentleman's name, I believe it was Joe, I couldn't hear him too long. He read a statement from Bruce Levinson addressing senior citizen housing, and I just wanted to redirect everyone's attention to the fact that I don't think I heard one member of the public object to senior citizen housing. The objection was to the easement, and in fact, Mrs. Kane even said if they kept all of the retention pond on their own property, nobody would object. Nobody would be here raising an objection to the easement. The objection is to the fact that they're using public lands for private purpose. So I just wanted to redirect everyone's attention to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Tish.
Well, the holidays have snuck up on us. And as you may know, that the township has always honored the veterans on Veterans Day. This year, the date was changed to, I believe it is November, I know it's a Friday. I think it's
21st.
the 21st.
Yes, ma'am.
Every year, the seniors have provided, refreshments, mostly cake, or, cupcakes and finger desserts. And this year, it was my understanding that the Township Committee may be able to help us, because we usually only provide for like 25, and this year, there's 25 getting the award, so they're saying we could have as many as 50. I know that somebody is going to go out and buy some cookies from our group, but I was wondering if there was anybody on this committee that would be able to help us. And you can talk about it among yourselves or let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure
We'll reach back out.
I'm sure we
Yeah.
can work this out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tish.
And you can reach out and let me know, so I know how much we have to do.
Whatever you do, it would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tish.
Thank you.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
You
Thanksgiving.
too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tish.
Yes, ma'am, I see a hand.
Samantha Loveman, 2514 Creek Road. When we run for local office, we're not just campaigning for votes. We're committing to listening, to serve, and to make decisions that strengthen the place we call home. It's about showing up for our neighbors, for our schools, for our environment, and for the next generation of Hainesport residents. While the official count has not yet been finalized, the Evans and Loveman campaign holds a steady lead. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to our campaign, and I would also like to thank the residents of Hainesport for getting out to vote. Democracy only works when people actively vote and have choices. Lastly, I'd like to thank Leila Gilmore and Rick Murphy for campaigning and dedicating their time to Hainesport. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Yes.
Eva Klein, 14 Newport Drive in Hainesport. I would just like to say, please look around the room, folks. You were elected to serve us, the residents of this town. It's not a partisan issue. It's not Democrats and Republicans. It's our home. We all live here together. Human beings living together, trying to make the world a better place. Think about that when you're making your decision about this action with the easement. There's no problem with seniors moving into a community. It's what we're doing to the land and what we're doing in this perception for us of what you think about us, which we have voted to elect you to be here. So please think about that when you leave the room and you're in your private session and you're talking about the various facts about this. Think about the residents of this town. I've lived here 23 years, and it's been a lovely time. My husband and I have raised our son in this community. Please think about that, all right? Human beings. We're all humans trying to make this world a good place. And that's all we want to do, is keep it a nice place. Please think about that. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Eva.
Yes, Bob. You're being very polite and letting everybody else go first.
My dad is watching. Ladies first. Bob Moe, 202 Lumberton Road, Hainesport. Thank you again, Mayor Gilmore, and the members of the committee for the opportunity to speak once again. First, for myself and on behalf of the Hainesport Democrats, I want to congratulate Anna Evans and Samantha Loveman on their election victory. While not technically official till November 19th, I feel confident for them that with the current count, they have the election won. I would also like to thank everyone who has helped to support and grow our Democratic committee. I look forward to continued participation in the Hainesport community. Lastly, I would like to congratulate and thank Mayor Gilmore for all the years of service in this town, both in the past and I'm sure in the future. Her support of the Environmental Commission, her mayor's wellness program, and the Veterans Task Force are all project worthy of thanks. I'm sure she's proud of these accomplishments, as she should be. The community owes her their thanks. I feel confident that Mayor Gilmore will continue to be involved in the welfare of the town. Thank you. Thank you, Leila.
Thanks, Bob.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, and thank you for your time. First of all, it's my first time to a public hearing before, and I appreciate the opportunity.
So we need your name and address.
Lisa Cover, 13 Cove Court, thank you. I just wanted to make a comment on Karen Torty made a statement earlier that the people who spoke here did not have all of the facts, and this is regarding the ordinance of the putting the pipeline through and the environmental damage to Rancocas. And so I think it would be very important to have a better understanding of the facts, because it seemed to me that the people who did speak here, they spoke on evidence, laws, and various environmental impacts. And what you're saying is that people spoke without having accurate facts.
No, not everybody.
Some people,
Some facts
is what
are
you're
incorrect,
saying.
yes.
I imagine that everyone here spoke to the best of their ability based upon the facts that they have.
Yes,
And if you're
sure.
saying that people do not have accurate facts, I do think you have an obligation to shed a light on what those facts are, because this is a very important decision, and there are many people who care very deeply about the Hainesport community.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the room?
But at some point, right? Yeah, no.
Seeing none, is there anyone
There
online?
are still 2 people online. I don't know if they wish to speak.
Nope.
They did not unmute, so I'm assuming they don't have any.
All right, I'll close public comments. Comments from the administrator.
Thank you. A few things. Want to let the committee know that I did receive proposals per our request from all of our special and our township engineer for the solar and wired lighting project here at the municipal park. I did receive all of those last week, so I'll be reviewing them and providing you with a recommendation to assign an engineer for that particular project. As noted in the engineer's report, but for the good of the residents, there were 2 DOT grants outlined in their report. The fiscal year '24 grant, the resurfacing of Pine Alley, Emerson, Longfellow, Melody Lanes was awarded in October to the contractor, so we'll see some movement on that project hopefully in the spring. The NJDOT fiscal year '26 application to DOT was awarded, and again, that's for Patriot Way, so we're one step closer to that project. I wanted to bring up something that we tried to get on the agenda for tonight, but obviously it's a little bit of an overwhelming agenda, and I think it's a growing concern in our community, and I will be requesting you guys to review this at next month's meeting. And that is a proposal from Senator Singleton for S 4736. He is the primary sponsor of this law, this request, and it preempts local zoning powers and allows high-density residential housing at 40 units per acre anywhere in your town as permitted use on top of your already 4th round affordable housing obligation. This is also being presented during a lame duck session, as was last year's affordable housing bill, which actually got through in lightning speed. So yes, to speak to the concerns of things happening after November, it is also apparent at the state level. So the basics. S 4736 was introduced on October 27th, again by Senator Troy Singleton. This bill has a laudable goal of accelerating the construction of affordable housing in New Jersey by allowing nonprofits and churches to monetize their lands and turn them into housing. But it does so without regard to existing municipal zoning ordinances. What has everybody on edge? If this becomes law, developers will be able to bypass a municipality zoning board of adjustment. There will be no need for a zoning change. They would be able to develop anywhere on its property. So the developers would be allowed to do the following as permitted uses: build housing with a 40-unit per acre density, build housing with heights 1 story or higher in the highest building in town, higher than the highest building in town, enter into automatic agreement for pilots, something that normally occurs when an area has been designated an area in need of redevelopment, and build housing that is 80% market rate and 20% affordable. 20% affordable is not a high enough threshold for a fast-track bill. It is simply what towns like some towns would require. This bill incentivizes sprawl, overrides local master plan goals, and undermines the need for sort of smart growth planning that makes towns walkable, livable, and public transportation savvy. But most importantly, this bill ignores the need to protect New Jersey's dwindling open space, as we all talked about tonight, reduce flooding, and protect overstressed natural resources. So I do want to bring this to your attention. It is a growing issue in our community, will be an issue in our community. And to give you an example, the approved Randolph Estates, that would have, if this goes through, that particular affordable housing process would have never made it to our board for review and approval. So I'll be presenting this to you next month for, your consideration.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
And also, I just want to congratulate both Anna and Sam, and I look forward to working with the 2026 Township Committee.
Thank you, Paula.
Thanks.
Our solicitor. Gillespie.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Right back at you.
Comments from the committee. Mrs. Evans.
I'm not really in the mood for pretty speeches tonight, so I just want to say two things. Thank you all for coming and speaking to this issue, which many of us feel very strongly about. You're going to have to come back on December the 9th. And thank you for your vote of confidence in myself and Sam Loveman. We will aim to serve you with transparency, and we will aim to listen to you. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, Mr. Dick.
Congrats to Anna and Sam, and I want to commend Leila and Rick on a great campaign, and to all four of you, including Sam, who's new to the committee, thank you for your prior work and for your future work, because I know everyone's still going to be a big part of the community. So I want to look forward to working with everybody, regardless of how things play out. Couple things, putting aside agenda items. I'm going to ask if anyone wants to help. As we've mentioned a couple times, I've been working with Trooper Bowman, and a couple of us work with Trooper Bowman to work with some of the homeless population in our area to try to alleviate that problem and get them assistance in the right way. So one of the things I've tried to do is bond with them a little bit to gain their trust. So dropping off things like the one has a cat, so I've been bringing cat treats. Brought them Halloween candy on Halloween. So one of the things I'd like to do is drop off Thanksgiving leftovers to a handful of the ones that we've gotten to know a little bit that we're trying to help. Couple things with that. One, there's only so many leftovers my family can provide, but also there's only so many places I can drive to. So if anyone would be interested in helping with that, I'd be happy to coordinate it. And just the more help I get, the more people we can try to reach out to, and I'll coordinate that with Trooper Bowman. So you can shoot me an email. You guys know how to find me on Facebook. Cell phone's always available. So that's something that I'd like to be able to help a little bit with. Again, it's as much to get them a hot meal as it is to show a little compassion and to reach out and try to help them from the community, to help them want our services, to help them the right way. Secondly, Hainesport Helps, which is the teen volunteer program we started a little under a year ago. There was a little back and forth, and I want to try to put it out there in the public, what it exactly is and what we're about. So first, the whole committee is a part of this, even though obviously I've spearheaded it. I'm the one you email, and I usually get back to people really quickly, so there's no reason for them to jump in. But we are all a part of this, all five of us, including Donna and Paula and what have you. So we are all a part of that as a committee. The goal of Hainesport Helps is twofold. It's to help our teens, one, learn the value of volunteerism, also to give them some volunteer hours, whether it's National Honor Society or whatever it is. We want to help them with that because it's harder and harder. And also, we had our inaugural, our first Zoom meeting to try to teach our teens not just to sign up for our volunteer projects, but I'm trying to teach them to start their own. How to create, what are you passionate about? And teach our 15 and 16-year-olds, again, let's help the community in a way that helps, but also, and not to make it self-serving to the teen, it's a great assistance for college applications. So we want to help our teens, we want to help our community. The way we have been picking our projects are some larger town-oriented projects that we all agree on. We've done some projects in a couple neighborhoods. We just helped with the microforest, things like that. Also, individuals in Hainesport, so any resident that is in need of a necessary or semi-necessary household project that's safe and what have you, that we can handle, we would like to be able to help. What it is not is your everyday activities that we're just going to have these kids go out, because one, that's not really the goal of it. Two, I don't think the National Honor Society wants to sign off on that. And three, it just becomes too cumbersome. So please get your neighbors, send in, the QR code is all over the place, it's on Facebook, it's wherever. We would like to be able to help, but have to understand that it has to be something that you kind of need, and weeding counts. If you can't accomplish that on your own, we're happy to help when we can. Can't always get to it, but it can't just be everyday household items that otherwise you would do on your own. So I want to put that out there because there was some confusion, and I want to make sure that I say it out in the public so that it is in the public record. Lastly to that, It's new. This is going to evolve. So that may change. 2 years from now, this may be a very different set of rules. And that's going to evolve with not just the 5 of us, but whoever is on the, on the committee next year, the year after, and who's running this after I'm done. So this is going to evolve. So this may change 2 years from now. But understand that it is meant to be with the best intentions. And if you have any questions that I'm happy to answer them. Finally, just one quick note, Tenacity Fitness, which is a Hainesport gym on Mary Way, I would like to thank them in advance. They're donating a ton of their professional training time to work with our Buddy Ball program, which is my daughter's program, our daughter's program, also based out of Hainesport at Sacred CYO. They will be hosting a couple of indoor workout sessions for all of our special needs athletes and their parents for free. Multiple trainers donating their time on a weekend multiple times. So I do want to put it out there that Tenacity Fitness is the real deal. If you want to work out, go there. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Haven't they also helped the fire?
They've helped, yeah, they've offered discounted for the fire. Steve is nothing short of, they own, what's it called, Tranquility. His parents own Tranquility. So they've been phenomenal to the community. I've never had him not only say no to me about something, but ask for a nickel in support. So he's been wonderful, they've been wonderful. We work out there, it's been great. So I do want to give them their credit.
Thank you. Mr. Montgomery.
So I'd like to congratulate Anna and Sam on their election win, and thank Mayor Leila Gilmore, my friend, and Rick for their campaign, but thank Leila for her long-time service. I'm sure she will still be a friend and be volunteering and working behind the scenes. So thank you. And we'll have more time to thank her next meeting, because a true public servant you are, which is what we do when we run for these positions. I participated in the trunk or treat, which was great. We had 40-some, was it 40? Donna, help me, Lynn? How many trunks do we have? 40-some? 40-some trunks. All right, the committee was there. My trunk was commemorating the country's 250th anniversary for next year. It was a lot of fun. I had 16 pounds of candy, and 5 minutes before it ended, I had one piece left. So I didn't buy enough, obviously. So the kids had a blast. It was a lot of fun. So thank you for all your support. I can't imagine what next year is going to be like. I attended the Veterans Breakfast. Mark Murdy and Rick Murphy, once again, prepared breakfast, and we had the Recreation Department and a number of the committee members there that participated and helped with that, and that's always a great event. And then again, we have the Veterans Day on Friday the 21st. Tish had said that. So I look forward to attending that, as I always try to get there. I attended the Rancocas Valley Watershed Stormwater Lecture in Mount Holly, and they had asked all the municipalities to just take a look at some maps and look at some various flooding. We had done this in the past, so we're going to continue to contribute to that. I will say, because of the growth of, and I'm also serve on the Environmental Commission, we each are in separate committees, not only in this committee, but subcommittees underneath it. And in my 30-some years living here, just how the growth of the trees, whatever, was able to absorb a lot of the water where there were high water tables. And by doing the right things and making the right planning, it's helped that. So, but I'm sure there are areas. So if you do have an area near you that you just seems really high with water and flooding, please let us know. Anyways, we'll be responding to that. I'd like to also thank Tenacity Fitness. I also work out there, and my 4 daughters do as well. Just very generous, always very supportive of Hainesport and what they do for the fire department, and that was nice to hear that they did that. On the fitness scale, wobble till you gobble, Hainesport has a turkey trot. Yay! A trot is not necessarily a run or a jog. It could be a walk. So it's 5K. It's 8:30 Thanksgiving morning. So we're all off, thank God. can get up, you can come to Hainesport, you can walk around the Arbor Trail, around Deacon Road, behind Old Time Hainesport, and come around. It's only $15. It's someone else does it. The committee doesn't do this. This is another that we brought to the town. So it's a great, great thing. My whole family does this with me. I'm going to try to run. I'll be trotting. And anyway, just encourage people to do that. You can still sign up for that. Let me see, other than that, I think we talked enough about that. I so care about our environment very much. I really appreciate everyone being here and expressing their concerns and their passions. And it's really difficult to know everything. It is. And I know, Karen, she did not mean that everything you said was wrong. That's not the case. But there were some facts that were not correct, and we don't know everything. So a lot of things that you brought up, we appreciate, and we'll be exploring this again. This is what we do. You know, it goes over time, and it's a long time to get this done. So we'll be further investigating that. So I appreciate you all coming out and your concern and your love for our great town, as we love it as well. So thank you. Have a happy, blessed Thanksgiving, and God bless our little town of Hainesport, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Torty.
Yes, I would like to thank all of you for coming, and I really look forward to the appropriate time when we can have our discussions and get all your answers to the questions that you have and more information to you. Facebook is not the place to do this because this is such a complicated issue that's been going on for years before I started, then my 2 years on the JLUB board, and when I was running, I sat on every meeting. So I've really been watching all the developments for the 3 years, listening to the professionals, trying to deal with these issues. So I look forward to the time when you do get all your answers. I really do. But in the meantime, Andy and I have worked so hard this year as liaisons to the fire company, and we were so happy that we have an agreement with the fire company, that we're getting a new truck, and we are on the way to supporting our fire company with the administration, and that's a wonderful thing that happened this year.
Hear, hear.
So as liaison to the rec department, not only am I a liaison, but Donna has me involved in every one of these activities. So in serving the residents of Hainesport, which you do really, really mean a lot to me. I know why I'm here. I'm not a politician. I'm here to serve. So I'd just like you to know some of the things that has been going on in the past month. So as part of the Mayor Wellness Campaign, we had the Vets Breakfast that we were all involved in, and it was wonderful. We have started a mental health. Leila has started a mental health initiative when we're going to try to identify people in the community of all ages that may need a little bit of help. We're working hard on that. On Saturday, we have set up a senior connection for luncheon for our senior citizens over at the Christian Faith Assembly Church at 1 o'clock. And these are for any senior citizens at all that want to come and express your ideas, your needs, your concerns for the community. We just want to help you. We want to reach out, find you, identify you, and see what we can do to help you. So as the trunk and treat went very, very well, as everybody can attest to that, so that's really good. Yesterday, we had a rec department Christmas trip. We went out to Lancaster, to the American Music Theater, the Deck the Hall show. It was fabulous. So we thank Donna and the rec department for setting that up for us, and we hope more people will enjoy it, because it was sold out. It was absolutely wonderful. Let's see. So as you know, the Veterans Day celebration has been moved to the 21st, and that's because the New Jersey Department of Military and Veteran Affairs will be presenting our veterans, 22 of them, with the medals. And we thank you, Mike, for all you're doing to initiate that. The first responders event was held on 10/28, and that was very nice to recognize all our responders. I am sorry that I missed it. I was on vacation with the family. So coming up, we're all going to the Municipal League Conference next week in Atlantic City, so we can learn some things in order to serve you better. The Ladies Auxiliary has their, which I am a member now, has been keeping me very busy as well. So they are having their bingo this Saturday, and it's sold out. But they are having a murder mystery dinner on January 31st. Tickets are $60 right at the firehouse. So it's for murder mystery night. It should be fun for everybody. So I hope you guys all look forward to that and watch for more information on that. So we are also working on the activities for December, which is so busy. We have our tree lighting, which will be held on December 5th. December 11th is our caroling night. This year, we are having the house decorating contest, and the theme will be Hainesport Lights Up, Gingerbread Edition. On the 13th is our holiday event. We are not having the gingerbread contest that day. We are going to decorate cookies, and we will have some entertainment, and that's another nice thing. I'm sure Dawn is looking at me thinking, I know I forgot something, but there seems to be so much going on. But Copsetas has their toy drive this Saturday. The veterans are collecting coats, first of all, at the Kenneth Street Center from 10 to 12. So any brand-new coats. We're collecting coats to donate then.
Cloaks and coats. Cloaks and cloaks. Easy for you to say.
Cloaks and coats. And then Copseta has his annual toy drive, and that's from 10 to 2, I believe. So drop off coats, drop off toys. And the Boy Scouts are also collecting canned goods that day. So if you've gotten your little bag on your door, don't forget to help them.
That date again for
Saturday.
Copseta?
Everything's Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. Okay.
Coming up. So I hope that I caught everything, Donna. I'm sorry if I missed anything. So, okay, so that's it. So I'd like to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. God bless you. God bless Hainesport. God bless America. Thank you.
Mrs. Torty, according to AARP, and I want everyone to know because you invited senior citizens, but according to AARP, that means over the age of 55.
55.
You're considered a senior citizen.
55.
55.
I'll get there one day.
And before we close tonight, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the recent election and congratulate Anna and Sam.
Thank you.
Well, the results weren't exactly what I'd hoped for. I am grateful for the continued opportunity to serve this wonderful community. And I am proud to remain your mayor until January. And I will continue to work for the town that I love. Thank you. And now I would like to ask you for a motion and a second to pay the bills.
I make a motion that we pay our bills.
Second.
Give it to him.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yeah.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. So I understand we have an
You
executive
do have a closed
session?
session. If I could ask the committee to add to the list of 2 things that are anticipated litigation and contract negotiations. Number 3 would be matters falling within the attorney-client privilege. And number 4 is an update on the potential acquisition of property.
So we need a motion to amend the agenda for those.
Okay. So
Make
can
a
I have a
motion.
motion to agenda?
I make a motion that we add those 2 items to the agenda.
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Dick?
Yeah.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Now may I have a motion to enter into executive
Yeah, I
session?
would say, in terms of time,
Friday morning?
could be, I would say at least an hour, and probably 90 minutes.
90 minutes?
You got quite
All
a
right.
topic.
I might need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll give you a pass, a hall pass.
Real sorry.
So Resolution 2025-162-11, could I have a motion, please?
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Torty?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Dick? Mayor Gilmore?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do all yeses, all
All in favor?
Okay, can I have a motion to re-enter?
Motion to re-enter?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
So,
these are the, I can't find my agenda.
do we need resolution?
You pulled it out.
So the resolution, on your agenda, what's the resolution number?
It's 225.
163?
163-11.
2025, 163-11, resolution.
Okay. I would ask that the committee adopt the version of Resolution 163-11, which provides for a rejection of both of the most recent bids as excessive, rejects the Garden State bid from being non-compliant, and authorizes the administrator to go out to bid again for a third time.
So moved.
Second.
Do we all need to be in favor?
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Sorry.
No worries, just trying to help.
Thank you.
With regard to Lilo's Pizza, a motion authorizing the filing of suit as discussed in executive session would be in order.
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And then there was just two other items discussed in closed session, and a motion to proceed, for staff to proceed as discussed in closed session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're pretty close, John.
A motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
We're all worried about trees.
Yep,
Freaking trees worth of paper.
yep.
Your husband's almost home.
Is she taking him home?
I assume so.
She got him out of there?
Okay. She was on Easton Way when I double checked.
Oh, good.
So either that or she's just cruising.
Because I was getting ready to call him and say,
Yeah,
I was getting
that's why I
ready to
just
call him and say, you have to come home. I'm coming to get you.
It's time.
Yeah. Well, they had their chance to have it. She had a couple bourbons.